Hi everyone. I thought I'd post an update since I don't have my double bass and I'm not able to record videos every day. So I just wanted to post an update to say hello. So, first of all, my double bass has been in the shop getting ready for its repairs since December 20th. And when I dropped it off, I was told there's a few basses in front of me. So, like, someone's getting a C extension, and then there's some other repairs before my double bass will be seen to. And my repair will take a while because they're going to have to open the top and, repair the cracks and then reattach the bass bar and probably some other stuff. But anyway, so I don't have a double bass now, which is sad, but I am looking forward to getting it back when it's done. And I wanted to thank all the people, the 5 people who have contributed to my GoFundMe efforts. So far, I've raised $1,040, and I really, really appreciate your support and helping me getting back to playing again by restoring my double bass. I'm continuing to try to raise the almost $2,000 that's left to raise. So if you would consider making a donation to support my double bass playing, I would really appreciate that, and I'll put the link below. So I've been thinking, this is the time of year between Christmas and New Year's, and for me, it seems to last like 6 months or something. I don't know. It's like, what month is it, or is it the next year yet? And so I started thinking about New Year's resolutions, for my life in general, but also for the double bass. Like, what do I want to do in 2025 and how do I want to approach it? Because for me, I'm getting back to playing after almost 30 years off, so I have to kind of be thoughtful about how I do this. Um, so, I think my major resolution so far is I want to keep it fun, which is so not like me because I'm a very serious person, structured, analytical. But when I think back to how I used to play the double bass and practice, so I played the bass from the age of 9 to like 18 pretty seriously. I was considered a child prodigy, and I soloed with the Philadelphia Orchestra when I was 13. And I'll post videos and stuff about that in the future. Um, but the main thing is like, how did I practice? And the approach, I think, was very like structured. So I would warm up, well, tune first of all, and then I'd warm up, scales, arpeggios, and practice different bowing styles, all of like really mechanical things. And then I would practice etudes, some Mandel, Stark Rabe, Van Dyson, Nanny, but looking back on that, I feel like that whole part of it is not music. And for me, it was not fun and it was boring and it was like a means to an end of developing technique, which of course, is like totally essential. And don't skip this step, folks. But at this point, I want to have fun with it. So I'm looking around at things differently. Like, you know, and I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're a musician or interested in music. So, if I define a few things, just forgive me. But scales like da 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 da. That the last one's an arpeggio, right? But it's like, do I want to just play that over and over again, or do I want what? One thing I'm doing to try to make it fun is like looking for scales and arpeggios in music, like kind of in the wild. So, for example, why not play scales from Bach cello suites? Dun, da, 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 da. I don't have the range to sing that. Arpeggios from the Dittersdorf Concerto. Um, Arpeggios from the Otello Verdi solo. Well, not solo, but that bass excerpt. There's some good arpeggios in there, and then it's like you actually get to play music, which is more inspiring to me than just hacking through the technical side. So that's one thing I'm thinking. Some other resolutions I have, which are a bit ambitious, and it's kind of like making a weight loss resolution. Like, is this the year it's going to happen? Well, and I want to play the Tchaikovsky and Mendelssohn violin concertos on the double bass. And when I looked at this years ago, I started in too high of an octave, so then I like ran out of notes at the top there, if you know what I mean. But now I'm looking at it, and if it's in like first position on the violin, I'm going to start down there like first position on the bass. And so it's gonna, parts of it are gonna sound a lot lower, and I don't even know how that would be with an orchestra. Like if you could even hear it that well. But it doesn't matter because I'm making YouTube videos. This isn't an orchestra. Everything's cool. I can just do whatever. So I'm doing that because, you know, that's the other thing I faced back in the day where I kind of burned out on playing the bass is like, at that point I played everything, well, mostly everything that was written for the double bass. And as you well know, double bass players out there, most of our repertoire is written by double bassists who then wrote some music. You know what I mean? Bottesini, Kusevitsky, stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I love all that stuff. But it's not like we have, you know, a Beethoven concerto or Mozart or anything, you know, Brahms. And then, you know, towards the end of my playing, I played the Franck Sonata, which is a violin sonata. And I love that because it's like real music, you know. And I hope I'm not offending anyone by saying that. I mean, the Dragonetti is tons of fun, and I love it, but it's not Mozart or Haydn or something. So anyway, my point is I kind of just want to play music, and even if it's not double bass music, you know, so be it. So those are some of my resolutions. So I'll throw that out to you. Like, are you making New Year's resolutions for your playing? Are you looking to improve some of your technique? Or are there new pieces you want to learn this year? Or different things you want to do, you know? Drop a comment below. I'd love to, like, find out what you're up to and, you know, share ideas. And also just, I'm really interested in the topic of, like, how do you practice? And, you know, how do you approach it? Because I think for me historically, I was very analytical and very interested in, like, you know, my hand speed and weight and angle and technique, and really everything needed to be perfect, and practice things over and over again to get the intonation right and the phrasing. But when I look back on it, I think I was just very mechanical. And like I said, I want to have more fun, and I also want to develop as a musician. Like, if I'm playing Bottesini, I want to sing the music. I want to enjoy it. I want to really think about the phrasing. And, you know, even as I'm working, like, starting to work on the Tchaikovsky violin concerto, I want to listen to all the different recordings and hear, you know, how people phrase it. And, you know, I've noticed in some of the recordings, sometimes people leave some notes out, which is really freeing for me because, as you know, it's a little bit tricky, and there's some chords in there that are not going to lay well on the bass at all. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, like how much of it I should try to play or whatever. But anyway, yeah, drop some thoughts about how you're practicing and how you're approaching it. And honestly, if you're the kind of person who just goes in there, warms up, and plays scales and arpeggios and all the technical stuff, and you're just like a machine, you know, like grinding through it, let me know that too, because honestly, you're probably going to be a better bass player than I will be, because I'm just, maybe I get bored easily, and I'm just interested in, like, the phrasing and the musicality and the timbre and things like that. And I don't know. I don't see myself grinding through all the Findeisen again, but maybe I will just for fun. I don't know though. Anyway, so in 2025, I'm also gonna get some of my old tapes remade into a digital format so I can upload them to share some recitals I did when I was a kid. That should be really funny. It's kind of a throwback thing. But anyway, if you've listened to this whole thing, which is totally my ramblings, I appreciate you. And I wish you the happiest new year, lots of success and fun. And um, And yeah, I think I talked so long that my screensaver went on, which was kind of funny. So anyway, I'll cut it off now. Happy New Year, and I can't wait till I get my bass back and can share my journey back to being able to play the bass with you in 2025. Bye now.